Hello, everyone, and thanks for listening. This is the first official episode of Lotus Talk. So, welcome, and I hope you enjoy my podcast. This was supposed to, come out almost a year ago, and I'm just now getting around to it, I've been kind of busy kicking cancer's ass and whatnot. So, I officially was in remission. If anyone here, didn't know the news, earlier in August. So, pretty happy about that. Hard work pays off, so, no biggie. Just a crazy year, and that's what I was about to get around to. So, Lotus Talk, I basically came up with that, because it sounds like let us talk. Okay, super cheesy. Yes, I know, but I thought it was cool. I like the vibes. I even got like a lotus flower tattoo, because I don't know, I just like what it like represents, like the tranquility of it all. Like that's what I needed this whole year was peace, man. And I'm finally getting it. And like for once I feel like I can breathe, like I'm not trying to catch my breath and drowning in all this craziness, that comes with cancer. Man, I'll tell you, it's I don't even like it's crazy. I just feel like I'm speechless. Like I have so much to say, and like my brain just is trying to think of everything and to put it in order, and you really can't because it's such madness and chaos. Like that's what cancer is. It's just chaos, man. And finding like the bits and pieces of joy is so hard, but when you do it, it's so worth it. So I didn't mean to like dive in heavy since this is like the introduction episode, but my setup is pretty crazy. Still trying to figure out this whole podcast thing. Not really tech savvy, not gonna lie. I wish you guys could see me right now. I'm like sitting in the floor of my room, like on a pillow with like my computer in front of me, like the speaker in front of me. Like I'm still trying to figure this out. Wow. I know you guys said you wanted me to do video. I'm gonna try it, but if I'm not feeling it and if it looks too, rankety and ratchet, then I'm just gonna probably stick to podcast. It's kind of easier too because I'm super awkward in front of the camera on video, so I like fidget and I keep touching my hair, like I talk with my hands. So but basically, hi, my name is Kaylee. I was diagnosed when I was 22. Actually, like, not even a month before my birthday, I got diagnosed. Here's my cancer story, I guess you could say. But, I am in the Army, active duty. I thought I pulled a muscle in my shoulder blade, at PT, which basically, if you're not in the Army, it's where you work out in the morning and, physical training. Anyways, so, thought I pulled a muscle, like couldn't sleep for a week, like it was crazy. And I was like a big smoker, like the Army stresses you out, man. So anyways, I was like huffing like 10 cigarettes a day. Yeah. So anyways, my chest started hurting too. So I was like, oh, maybe I need to like, chill out on smoking. Like I'm dying. Well, went into physical therapy and, got like a spine realignment, which felt kind of good, but it didn't help the situation at all. So I was like, am I supposed to be feeling like chest pain? Well, apparently you weren't. That wasn't normal. So they sent me to the doctor. An x-ray turned into a CT scan, and a CT scan turned into a PET scan, which turned into me finding out I had cancer in a hallway. Which is crazy because I was alone. I mean, I laugh about it now. It's definitely not funny. I couldn't even like, those moments on Grey's Anatomy where they like tell somebody like, yo, like we don't have a cure for this. Like you're going to die, like, or like, cancer, or like, they tell them some really horrible, shitty news, and their faces, like, the look on their face and, like, how they can't form any words. Like, I thought that was just, like, all for, like, the theatrics of TV. No, man, that shit's real, bro. Like, I couldn't even, like, my mind literally took, like, went on autopilot. Like, when I tell you, like, I literally just sat there. I didn't even know how. He escorted me to the ER, you know, after they told me, like, you know, we're pretty 99% sure it's cancer. I'm like, you have, like, multiple, like, masses in your chest. Like, honestly, we don't even know how your heart, like, hasn't gone into heart failure yet. Like, it was, my tumor on my heart was over the size of a baseball. So, which is super scary. Like, especially when they tell you, like, you know, you could have been a heart failure. Like, I could have been walking in Target. Yes, I'm using Target as my example because if it was my time to go, it shall be at Target. Maybe not in the parking lot because I'm better than that. I deserve better than that. But, like, at least in the middle of Target, you know, me spending money that I don't need to be spending, man. Like, let me go out happy. Okay? But no, for real. Like, in all seriousness, I could have been driving with my kids in the car. Like, God forbid. It's scary. And like I said, my mindset was, I went into, you know, like, oh, maybe I have COVID. Like, you know, when they made all this serious, like, about going to get a CT scan, I'm like, or maybe, you know, like, something, like, maybe I pulled a muscle and, like, it's really serious and, like, I'm gonna have to have surgery on my shoulder. Like, literally the last thing that I even would have thought about was cancer. Like, I'm 22 years old. Like, I haven't done anything. Okay, I smoke a little bit, but, like, come on, man. Like, I just smoke a little bit. It's for stress. No, but, like, that's another thing, too. Like, I play it off, like, and I do not want to offend anybody on here, but everybody has their way of dealing with their shit. And for some reason, I find comfort in humor. Especially about this whole situation, because me personally, I'm not saying anybody else, but me personally, if I would have went about this whole situation in a very serious, like, I have to get this done, and this is a very serious matter, like, I have to do treatment, I have to do everything by the book, and I need to focus on my health, strictly on my health, I would have went crazy. Especially because, like, all you have to look forward to in this is the seriousness and all the medical terms. Like, when I tell you guys, like, I have a pharmacy, like, I have to take so many meds, like, there's literally no positive, like, side to this besides the fact that, like, if your scans come back good, then, like, obviously, like, celebrate, like, fucking beating cancer, bro. Like, get that shit, you go. But, you know, for me, I got kind of good news, and then I got some pretty shitty news. So it was kind of like to a point where I would just play with my emotions, and I felt dumb when I would get excited or look forward to a scan, and I just kept getting kind of like half-assed happy news, or like I said, it went to complete shitty news, and I was like, well, I might as well, you know, find the humor in it, like, you know, like, joke here and there, or, like, you know, tease, like, say things, like, I mean, I've gotten so comfortable, like, being bald, like, now, not at the beginning, but now, like, me and my husband will joke about it, like, and I'll make jokes about it, like, I don't care, like, I'll come home from, like, the grocery store, and I'm telling you, like, this wig will be itching the shit out of my neck, and I'll just, like, rip that shit off. Like, the other day I was in Target, and my head was just itching like a motherfucker, like, really bad. I just ripped that shit off in the middle of Target. And I remember my mom's husband was there, and he was like, "What the fuck, Kaylee?" And I was like, "I don't care at this point." It's really not that big of a deal. Like, my neck was itching. But anyways, like, I have a lot of good ideas. Really passionate about doing this podcast. I don't really have a lot of things that, like, I lost, like, a lot of my passion for things, like, and I just want to do something that, like, you know, it's going to make me happy. And I like to talk, and I like when people listen to me talk. So I figured, why not start a podcast? So, I mean, you guys have to really love me to sit here and listen to me talk for, you know, however long I decided to stop talking. I don't know. Anyways, but and I ramble, so I'm really trying to like see how this whole podcast thing goes, because obviously I wasn't about to write a script, and I say a lot, and I can't help it, and I smack my lips, so I'm trying to like get rid of my bad habits while I'm doing it now. But anyways, like for real though, I've come up with some topics. I got where I'm gonna like, I guess, post on my social media. If you follow me on social media, Kaylee Jones. It's spelled weird, like Kaylee, Kaylea. Or anyways, like I said, refer me to your friends. Like, do what you gotta do, share it. I got some pretty good stuff. If you know anybody who's had cancer, who just got diagnosed, like, or who's been through it, who can relate to it, man, send them my way to this podcast. I wanna hear their feedback. I wanna hear y'all's feedback. I wanna do something that pretty much a lot of people can relate to, even though, I mean, it's kind of sad that we have so many people that can relate to having a loved one have cancer or having it themselves. Like, it's sad, but like, it's kind of nice to know that there are people out there who do stuff like this, so you can find comfort in thinking like, oh, I'm not the only one who's going through this, or oh, I'm not the only one who thought that, like, or oh, that's crazy, I never thought about it that way, like, you know, because I, for sure. So my clinic, literally, so both the clinics I've gone to, I have been the youngest patient by far. Like, when I tell you guys, like, there's like, I think they're all like in their 50s or 60s. So I literally have nobody to talk to, or nobody to really relate to me. I think they all just kind of look at me like, oh, like, why are you looking at me like, oh, like, we're all here for the same reason. Like, I get it, like, I'm younger and it sucks, but like, hey, like, I don't want to be older and have it too. Shit, I'd rather just have like go live my best damn life. Like, hot grandma summer, like, shit, go fuck it up, grandma. Like, just because you're young, like, yeah, it sucks. I wouldn't necessarily say it sucks more. I mean, we all go through the same stuff. If anything, I feel bad for the older people, because your bodies can't handle it. You know, it's good. Like, but like, anyways, like, anybody. I mean, I have so many ideas though. Like I said, sorry, I get sidetracked. So like, polling you guys, asking like this or that, like, and hearing why, like taking like anonymous, you know, questions, or if you don't want to be anonymous, like, psh. But I was gonna do like a medical term for each episode, like, that way you guys can kind of get an understanding of like the cancer lingo, or like what this means, or like we could do even like different types of cancers in each episode, and like what they affect and like what they do. I'm not gonna lie though, we're gonna get into some deep real shit. Some of these episodes aren't gonna be sad, or aren't. Well, yeah, some of them are gonna be sad, but like a lot of them are gonna be sad, because I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit for you guys, but like, this shit, it's rough, man. Gonna try my best not to like get emotional on, you know, on here, because nobody wants to hear me cry in this microphone. But like, this is like really, honestly and truly, like, been one of the like, not even one of the most, like the most like horrible thing that like I could have ever thought happened to me. Like, it was horrible, but I'm thankful for it, because it's made me have a whole different outlook on life and myself, and honestly, just, it's changed pretty much every aspect about me, except for my like personality, because I'm always gonna be outgoing and I'm always gonna talk my shit. By Joe, no, for real. I've always been outgoing. Like, that ain't never gonna change, and I'm always gonna try to have a positive outlook, but my pessimistic mindset is always gonna make me like, it's always gonna like push out the good thoughts and bring in all the negative. But honestly, man, like, you gotta look at it both ways. Like, and that was my one thing, is like, it wasn't even me being pessimistic, it was me being realistic, man. Like, and I remember like Jay, my husband, for people who don't know, Jay had a really big problem, not a problem, but like a hard time with me, you know, telling him like if I die, like, you know, we need to, I just want you, you know, the main priority is our girls, and like, you know, like, you need to to put them first, which I already knew he was going to put them first, but like, you just have to reiterate it. So when I die, I can lay down in peace and be like, I hope he finally listened to me, man, which I know he's going to listen to me. But anyways, so it was just, that was a pretty, probably one of the most intense conversations I've ever had to have with him. So, but like I said, we're going to get into that in another episode. This is supposed to be the whole introductory episode, and I've literally like half-assed introduced myself. Anyways, so, my birthday is actually coming up August 30th. Virgo, if you're a Virgo, we're the best. Anyways, for real we are though. So, anyways, yes, I'm a Virgo. I will be 24. And last year I spent my birthday in the hospital, so I'm about to get cute as fuck, and I'm about to book it up. My anniversary is actually the day after my birthday, so you know what that means, double gifts. But I have two beautiful baby girls, Liana and Everly. Leah is 4. And she is my sensitive baby. And I have Everly, which is my Sour Patch. She is a little hellion, both my little crotch goblins. But they make me very happy. They're rainbow babies. Trying to think of, I drive a Jeep. I know that's not really like important, but you know, that is my dream car. That was my Cancer present to myself. I got me a Jeep. So, and I love it. And she's beautiful. And she makes me very, very happy. So, I am married to a amazing person named Jay. We met while we were in the Army. I'm trying to think. Tell all my business. We actually got divorced on the same day, and we took our papers there together. It sounds really bad, but I promise we both came from some pretty shitty ass, fucked up, toxic marriages. So we are happy now. Anyways, we have been married for 3 years on the 31st. That's my man. He they say 6 out of 10 dudes leave their girls whenever they get diagnosed with cancer. And my man stayed. So that really proves a lot to me, especially since we were only married at the time for not even 2 years. Yeah, sorry, my memory's pretty bad, but yeah, and I even told him, like, you know, like, if you don't want to do this, you did not sign up for this, like, we're still, like, you know, newly married, like, it's a lot to accept, and, you know, that man was like, I'm gonna be here through it all, and he really has been, like, yeah, I probably wouldn't have gotten through treatment, you know, without Jay there, to be honest. Obviously, my girls, too, but, like, Jay was a very big influence, very big, like, pushed me and, like, made me feel so much stronger. Like, when I felt like giving up, he was like, you know, like, we've come this far, man, like, can't give up now. So that's my baby. I love him very much. I am from20 Mississippi. I was born in Memphis, which, if any Memphians are on here, that is like 20 minutes away from Mississippi. So yeah, moved to Florida when I got in high school because I went to go live with my mom. Love me some Florida. Jacksonville, 904 Duval. Love me some Jacksonville, man. I'm trying to think of what else. I don't know what else you guys want to know. I just feel like I would introduce myself so we could feel a little bit closer. I could tell you my type of cancer that I had. I had stage 4, mediastinal B-cell, or large B-cell? Yeah, large B-cell lymphoma. So mediastinal means it was in my chest. So mediastinal, yeah, B-cell lymphoma. And basically, so when they found it, right, it was in my chest, my spleen, both my kidneys, and it was in my bones. So around my hip bones and my spine. So my bone marrow was clear, which is really good. So that means it wasn't affecting my bone marrow, but it was still a little bit in my bones. So it was making its way there. But anyways, chemo knocked it right out. The main, like, biggest issue I had was my kidneys and my chest, obviously. I had to do some intrathecal chemo, which is basically just a fancy word for preventative. So apparently my cancer and me being a female and my age means that I am high risk to get brain cancer if I do relapse. So for all my ladies who had epidural, basically my intrathecal chemo was a epidural for 10 times. So an epidural 10 times over. And it was every time I went in for chemo. So I had 5 days of chemo. So literally the first day I'd get admitted, I would get it, the chemo in my spine. And then literally the day I got discharged, I would get it again. So pretty painful. Honestly, uncomfortable, have like a little scar or whatever. I feel kind of tough, or whatever. But anyways, yes, and then I'm trying to think of what else. I'm trying to go ahead and just go, like, kind of tell y'all, like, what kind of chemos and stuff I had. That way I don't have to, like, keep reiterating it. Kind of just skim over it, and then, another, like, an episode or so, I'll, like, go into details, or, like, if you guys, if I do a poll and you guys ask questions, I would be more than happy. But honestly, if I talk about my chemo, I'm going to be here, like, all night, because I had a ton of different types of chemo, and I still have the port on the right side of my chest, and I have this ugly, stupid, junky, clunky catheter that I was supposed to get a stem cell transplant, but I think it was my third type of chemo that I had got actually didn't work. It was only a 50-50 chance, and it didn't, like, when I tell you, like, my cancer, like, flicked that shit off, like, bitch, you don't get the fuck off me, like, the fuck, you ain't about to get rid of my ass, like, the fuck. And what's crazy is that's the type of chemo that I got so sick on. Like, it really just, like, messed me up, like, throwing up, other stuff, shitting my brains out. Like, it's, when I tell you, like, I was so sick, I couldn't eat. I lost so much weight, which I lost about, like, 15 to 20 pounds when I first started chemo. And then when I got my stem cell transplant, or not my stem cell transplant, sorry, my bad, my CAR T cell transplant, I lost another 15 pounds in the hospital. Because I'll tell y'all, that food is disgusting in the hospital. I be damn, I'd rather just sit there and not eat. Because no, I'm not about to eat that shit and have to throw that shit back up. You got me. Ugh. But, yeah, that shit didn't work. And so they ended up changing it to the CAR T cell. And guys, thank God I was covered by TRICARE. When I tell y'all, it's so sad. Like, some people who really, like, don't have insurance, man, and like how are you gonna tell somebody, like, they basically gotta, like, sell everything they have, like, go into debt to live, or basically like die, man? Like, how can you make a choice like, no, I'm just not gonna pay for treatment if I can't afford it? Like, knowing that you'll die like that, it breaks my heart. Like, that's really, really, really sad. Like, that's one of the things, like, cause I was truly, like, lucky and blessed, man. Like, that, so CAR T cell is, like, over $1 million. Like, I'm not even joking you. It's, whew, like, that's something that, like, kind of makes me mad. Like, the whole medical care thing, like, it's just, I just, like all these old people, or these older people who don't have, like, insurance, or even younger, like, it breaks my heart with the kids, like, and it's not even the parents' faults, man. Like, I would go into debt, like, for my kid, absolutely. Like, if I was old, if I personally was older, like, 60, and, like, I had kids already, I had grandkids, like, I saw them grow up, like, I had lived a satisfied life. Because I wouldn't want to leave, a burden on my family. I wouldn't say, I don't want to offend anybody, like, not burden, but I wouldn't want to leave my family in debt, God forbid, and it didn't work. So, because CAR T cell is like I want to say like a 75% chance. So especially with my cancer, it's actually supposed to be really good for my cancer. So, but, like, man, like, people, like, they were telling me, like, people, like, put their houses in their kids' names so they can have, like, the perfect credit, and they max out these credit cards, and I'm like, $1 billion in debt? Like, that's, like, this is the one time, like, I will actually be like, thank you, Army, like, I appreciate you. Like, that's the one time, because it's just, I can't believe it. Like, I don't know, I honestly was truly, like, surprised that they approved it, because it's crazy. But like I said, super thankful for innovative medicine, because they're doing some great things, man, like some great things. So I'm trying to think of anything else, because it's already been talking for 25 minutes, man. Like, this is crazy. But I hope you guys like my podcast. Really gonna focus on actually kind of what's the word, actually getting on here and talking and trying to sound more professional. But I wanted it to be kind of a laid back vibe, but some people don't want to get on here and just listen to somebody talk just to talk. So, and I know this one was more about myself, and you guys just getting to know me a little bit better, and that way what you're listening to, or who you're listening to, a little bit more about them, so you're not I'm just gonna click on this strange little bald cancer girl's podcast and hear what she has to say. Now you can be oh, this is Lotus Talk, Kaylee's on there, I'm gonna go fucking listen to what she gotta say. Anyways, see, so I wish you guys could just see my awkward hand gestures and how it's just awkward to just talk to yourself. But anyways, I really, really hope that you guys like this. I really hope that it gets as many listens and everybody can relate to it in a sense of way. I really, really wanted to do this just because I have so much on my chest. Any topics that you guys want to hear, especially if you personally know me or whatever, or refer me out to people that you think would listen, tell them to message me, and I'll be more than happy. Give me topics, ask me uncomfortable questions. I want to answer them. Get in my business. I'm asking you, get in my business. I want to be an open book. Ask me anything, man. I really just, I want people to have a whole understanding of everything. And it's just crazy. Like I said, just a lot of people don't really understand under the surface. All these people are oh, you handle this cancer situation so well. You guys only see, the things that I post. When I tell you, it's the iceberg, man. You guys saw, the tip. But I'm telling you, you'll see. You'll find out, in other episodes, it was pretty crazy. I'm going to have Jay on here for a couple of episodes, because, yeah, we got lots to talk about. But, anyways, thank you guys for listening. This was the first episode of Lotus Talk, the first of many. I'll see you guys around, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for listening.